Yeah, right. So this is a story about this young girl. Okay, she's 14 years old. She's 14 years old and she's in school. Okay, she's in school. Now, now what is the story about is she's getting married, right, at 14 years old, right? So it's a very touchy subject, right? We have this 14-year-old girl, and she's got this whole dowry thing, and the whole, the parents are going to pay the other parents, and she didn't even meet her husband. Okay, so then, if you're going to read the comments, they're going to be like, "Oh, this is terrible. This is injustice and all that stuff." Okay, so and then you keep on going, and then she's too young, right? She doesn't really feel like getting married and all this stuff, and then the marriage is coming, and then she really doesn't feel like getting married and all this stuff. But see, this video is oh, those are the parents, okay, so this is the mother. Now the mother was married at 9 years old to the father. Okay, and I want you to notice something. Okay, the parents of this young girl here, and this is the mother, right? And this is the father. And now she was, married off, right? As you, if you know what that means, right? She was married off to her father, and this girl was 9 years old, getting married to the father, and then they had this baby here, which has grown up, and now she's 14 years old, and she's about to get married early at 14 years old. And then, so what happens here? This is the husband, right? And this is a true story. Like this is not some sort of fake thing, right? It's a very interesting video. I mean, and then after that, I just want you to see this thing, right? She's crying and crying. This is a wedding night. She's crying and crying. Right, this is the bride here, and they're getting all married and everything, and then this is a very very emotional thing, and there's so many people. There's a lot of money here. That they spend lots and lots of money on this wedding. This is the husband here. Just stop crying. You don't understand. You don't understand. Just stop crying. And she says, I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married. But that's not the way it worked out. As you can see here, as you can see here in this movie. She did get married. I want to see that shot. Where's that shot there? They're all dressed up. Look at this here. It's so interesting, right? It's so very very interesting. Just pause here for a minute. Look at the colors and the green and the this is a celebration, but the girl, she's 14 years old, right? The husband's, I'm not sure how old he is, but anyways, it's a very very um very incredible contrast between this and the West. Okay, but anyway, and then the movie comes on, and then after that we see. Um, I want to see here, and then they this is the wedding night was the first time that they met, and you can see you know is it it's supposed to show this is genuine love or whatever. Is this is stay with me, I'm here for you. And a little bit later, and this is the maybe the most interesting part here, is that she is here she is, and as you can see here, she has had, this is a little bit later, she's holding a baby. Okay, she's holding a baby here. So as you can see here, this is a chaste virgin on her wedding night. There's and I want you to see what it says. It says life is joyful. She said life is joyful. She says, she's very happy that she has the baby. Let's see what else she says here. This is very eye-opening, right? Um, Giving birth to a son, I gained the respect of everybody. But this is not what I wanted to show you. Secured my position, and there's something else here. This movie is very, very interesting. I'm not saying that we should, have child marriages and all this stuff. I know there's some terrible things that have happened, but for this story here, it's just very very interesting how the this young couple, this new family has been, everybody's, seems to think this is the way that family should start, right? Yeah. So I just thought it was very, very interesting. And so what's interesting is not this. Is what's interesting is the contrast between this and the West. Okay. Now, all right, let's look at some comments here. It's very, very happy. It seems like a happy time, to me. It seems like they're happy. They're saying they're happy. They're smiling. The husband is smiling. The wife, the mother here. This is the mother here. She's complaining. Yeah, I wanted to go to school, but you know what? Maybe she's. This is her. You know what's an honorable thing? You know what's an honorable position? Is a housewife. Is a mother. Right? Very, very honorable. Right. And I must think about bringing up my son and have a happy family. Right. That's very, very important. Right. A housewife is so honorable. A mother is so very, very honorable. So, you know, I don't know. To me, okay. All right. Here's what I wanted to show you. My husband loves me. He provides for me nicely. He provides the needs, right? The husband, this is the husband here, provides the needs of his wife. Okay, she needs, and the baby needs, housing and food and shelter and protection, right? And here he is doing his duty onto his wife because he loves the wife, because she, she is doing what is the natural female obligation onto the husband and onto society, right? It's so honorable. This is an honorable thing. Okay, so I'm not, trying to suggest that this is a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying that this is a thing that we have to could contrast between the West. Okay. All right. So let's look at some videos here that are, and then okay. So here's the comments. Right. When your biggest question on the wedding night is, will he beat me? The society has family. Okay. Well, he didn't beat her. He loves her, and now they are a family. And the odds of her initiating a divorce is basically none, right? And he will not beat her. He will be good to her, and you hear the stories. Oh, he was a horrible husband and all this stuff. You hear those stories, but those are the outliers, right? Those are so it could be. And so these Western women are. I wanted to go to school. She's very, very sad for this person. Study hard for the girls who didn't have a chance to do so. I'm not saying that women should not go to school to become a doctor or anything like that, but you see what happens when women do go to school to become a doctor. They start they start prescribing birth control pills to younger women that will destroy the fabric of a society. Okay, so when I saw Poonam with this is the name of the girl with a baby on her lap saying life is joyful, it broke my heart. And I love her. Her husband loves her truly. That is true. I mean, that's quite evident to see that they both deserve a better future. What is the better future than a happy family? I don't get this comment here. This is a a comment that we have. I wanted to go to school, but maybe her father knew and knew better, right? What is the best for a young lady, right? What is the best? Yeah. Baby's at 14. The mother was married at 9 years old. And Mommy knows my taste and has done all the shopping for me. The innocent and trust of a young girl. This shattered my heart. Like you think a 14-year-old girl knows what she wants? No, the mother knows best. Mother knows best. You know what that means? The mother knows best. All right, these comments are from the westernized, women, mostly westernized women. Um, when our father said, "We will give him a good education when he grows up," to his grandson, you can just see her smile fade as if thinking, "What about me?" Well. that's an opinion. I don't know about that, but um, I don't want me to have a baby. The part that shocked me is when uh, she told her mom, "What if they want me to have a baby?" And she said, "Then have the baby," like it was child's play. It's not child's play. It's the it's the natural, obligation. Right? It's the natural obligation of a woman. The part that shocked me is when she told her mom, "What if they want me to have a baby?" Well, isn't that the whole point of a marriage, to start a family? And she said, "We'll have the baby." Mother knows best. Mother knows best. Her mother said, "Then have the baby." Right? And that is an honorable thing. That is not some sort of bad thing. Yeah, she cried at a woman, and then I said, "Here is the woman's duty. At the end, she is happy, and she has a husband that will provide for the family until death. She will love and honor her husband until death." This is you know, so it's you see, we have to remember, women who marry young, have strong religious commitment, and are chaste virgins on their wedding night, statistically tend to have lower divorce rate. A broken family is something very, very serious, right? Women who marry later report multiple premarital partners and are less religious, statistically show higher divorce rates. Hey, just a little a thought about this, because you know what, I'm an extremely happy family right now. I am. I have wonderful children. My wife and I have a strong bond, and I had to travel, over 10,000 miles to get to her, but I was able to. But the radicalized, extreme left feminist women that are in Clare, my hometown, in Clare, that are taking birth control pills, and that have multiple sexual partners. Before, I remember, this. I've I it's anything about any type of premarital sex is a serious, serious, serious sin. And for Dr. Michel Dow to sell the ticket, to have unlimited premarital sex without any kind of consequences, it's just wrong. It's really, really wrong. Anyway, as for this young girl here, yeah, it's a quite a it's a quite a wedding night. She's crying. She doesn't even understand. But we're gonna look back into 30 years here, and we're gonna see they're still together. They're gonna have children, and their children are going to grow up in a healthy family. Right? That's what I'm trying to say here. So their children are going to grow up with mom and dad. Right? But you know what? It's very, very sad for my kids. I have multiple children that are outside of wedlock, right? That was a thing that you know I don't want for my wonderful children. I don't want that. I don't want that for my kids. They you know I love my oldest children very, very much, and because that the birth control pills, combined with the multiple sexual partners, and by the time I met my kid's mom, I was, you know she was, older or whatever. She already had multiple sexual partners, multiple, and that is, I don't even want to think about that, because it's just gross, right? That is just gross. I don't want to think that I was number, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. I don't know what the number was, but it was not number one, right? It was not number one. To to normalize that, to get with someone that is not a chaste virgin, to normalize that, what has our society become, right? Man, I tell you. Anyway, this is a video will be in the description below. It's a very eye-opening video, and just watch it and contrast the difference between the divorce rate in the West.